The story goes to the Baba Sali. After he came from Morocco, he came to Eretz Yisrael. And he had a driver, and I was driving on the highway. There was a truck in front of them who had a lot of oranges. And the Baba Sali tells the driver, he says, speed up, I want you to reach the driver. I want an orange. And the driver, looking at the rabbi innocently, he says, okay, the rabbi asked. He goes quickly and he catches up with the driver, and the driver, you could imagine, comes out of his car and he's upset. He says, what do you want? And he says, the rabbi would like an orange. He says, are you a store? Are you anything? I'm not giving you nothing. And you could imagine the driver felt a little bit uncomfortable. The rabbi wanted something, he didn't get it, especially talking with the Baba Sali. So they all continued on their way. A half hour, whatever the amount of time was further down, they see a checkpoint was just made up. They asked the security guards, what's going on? And the security guard tells them there was just a truck that just flipped over, and the guy got crushed by a whole bunch of oranges, and he died. And the driver turned to the Baba Sali and he said, my hi, what's going on over here? What's this whole orange business? And the rabbi tells him, the rabbi says, I saw the Malach HaMavis hovering over this truck. And I figured if I would get an orange from him and I would make a bracha and he would answer Amen, that would change everything and that might save him. The schus of Amen, the schus of saying Amen might save him. But no, he didn't want to give me the orange. So he didn't even have the opportunity to be saved. You see the koyach of saying Amen. The Gemara Tainas Daf Lamed Beis, the Gemara tells us that there is no Yontif in Klal Yisrael like Tu B'Av and Yom Kippur. Like Tu B'Av and Yom Kippur, there's no Yontif in Klal Yisrael like that. Moshe Rabbeinu, we know, is not able to go into Eretz Yisrael. In Parashat V'Eschana, we see he davened to go into Eretz Yisrael. V'Eschana is Gematria 515. And that's the amount of tefillahs that he davened. And L'maisa Kadosh Baruch Hu answered Moshe Rabbeinu that he's able to see Eretz Yisrael, but he can't go in. Says the Pnei Yeshua, what is the day that he went in? What is the day that he started to daven? That was Tu B'Av. Tu B'Av, says the Pnei Yeshua, was the day that Moshe Rabbeinu started to daven. They should be able to go in to Eretz Yisrael. So we see again, the Koyach HaTfilah is so strong on Tu B'Av. Moshe Rabbeinu, the day that he started was Tu B'Av. And the Gemara tells us that 6 things happened on Tu B'Av. And we'll only focus on one of them. And that is that on Tu B'Av, that was the day when the Yidden, the Klal Yisrael, used to go out to the market and they used to find Shidduchim. They used to go out. They used to go out and find Shidduchim. That was the day. Tu B'Av was the day they would go out to look for Shidduchim. Yad Lachem, I'm sure we all know what they do. But for those that don't know what they do, besides for the care of that they do, they go into Arab villages and they rescue Jewish women. They rescue Jewish women who are conned into marrying Arab men. These women are stuck. They have no way out. And Yad Lachem goes into the village and they save them. How befitting it is for this organization to put together such an event. They don't just save these women in the villages, they enter the hearts of these people and infuse them with the greatest hope of life. Today, with the Yad Lachem's Tu B'Av program, we are also giving the greatest hope of life to all who are in need of a shidduch. A hope that will last a lifetime and beyond. This event is to unite Klal Yisrael, to come together and to daven for one another. And to focus on our brothers and sisters who are not married yet. This is such a special time. Besides for the Koyach HaRabim that we have, that Friday on Tu B'Av, we're all going to be davening together here in Eretz Yisrael. Our time will be 10 o'clock. Eretz Yisrael will have their time. But together, we are all davening together. Besides for the Chus HaRabim that we have, we know it says, Kol Mispal B'Yad Chaveiroi Hu Nena Tchila. Somebody who prays for his friend, he is answered first. So let's do this together. Let's all daven together. I know some of us are thinking, I daven so much already. I daven so hard. What more can I do? I already daven so hard. Says the Chavetz Chaim in the Sefer L'Kutei Ma'amorim, the reason why we have tzaros is because we're not marba and tefillah. We'll explain. If we would only pour out our hearts, it is without doubt, says the Chavetz Chaim, that our tefillahs would be answered. And they will not go unanswered. And the story goes, someone came to the Chofetz Chaim and he says, Rebbe, please daven for me. I tried everything. I davened so hard. Please, Rebbe, daven for me. Chofetz Chaim asked the man, he said, please bring me your Tehillim. Bring your Tehillim. I want to see your Tehillim. The man gets up, he goes to his house and he brings the Tehillim to the Chofetz Chaim. Chofetz Chaim looks at his Tehillim and he was weak at the time with all his might. He gets up and he goes to the top shelf by the Svarim Shank and he pulls out his Molus Tehillim. And he shows the Tehillim to the man. He says, see this Tehillim? The guy says, yeah, it looks like I went through a flood. He said, it's not a flood. It's all the tears. It's my mother's demise that went into this Tehillim that I should be an Erlich Yid. Says the Chofetz Chaim, if you don't cry and your Tehillim doesn't look like this, you can't say your tefillahs weren't answered. I repeat, says the Chofetz Chaim, if your Tehillim does not look like this, drenched in tears, you cannot say your tefillahs were not answered. As I said the Chofetz Chaim. Let's all unite and take advantage of this unique opportunity. B'schus the koich hatfilah, b'schus the koich harabim, b'schus the achdus and Klal Yisrael. We're all here together. We're all coming to daven together. We shall all be zeicha to find the shidduch hagun, and Emet Hashem, we shall all be zeicha to be mekabel Mashiach tzidkeinu b'her amen.
On Friday, August 16th, Tu B'Av joined over 500,000 Jews from across the world uniting together for Shidduchim. To find out more about this special project, please visit TuBa'avTogether.com. At TuBa'avTogether.com, you can watch many more inspirational videos, download the Tehillim to be said on Tu B'Av Together, and submit your names for Tefillah for absolutely free. Please share this video with friends and family, and let's make it Tu B'Av Together.